Hey everybody, Heather here. So I had a request to show you how I've been coloring my cute little card pages I made up for hair colors on my blog this week. So I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how I did that. And so I've got my blank color page right here, and this cute little image is by Krista Smith, and it can be found over at Saturated Canaries. Okay, to start, I colored the faces of all the girls. I have a little pile sitting on my counter, and I just went through and colored all the faces so that they would be done, and I could just quickly color in the hair color whenever I saw one. I have this huge post-it note pile that I've been collecting, and so I decided I was just going to get started and make them into a little coloring book. Okay, so for my skin, I start with E21, and I'm going to have the light coming from on this side of her face, so I'm going to shadow this side of her neck, and underneath of her chin. And then I'm going to fill it in with E20. And I lightly just flick over the E21. And then for her face, I'm going to again start with E21. I'm going to go wherever I want it to be shadowed. So for her, I'm going to do right next to her hairline. Her little eyebrow thing's going to cast a shadow. She's going to have a shadow right here underneath of this eyebrow, along her cheek, underneath of her eye. She's got these cute little smile corners. I'm going to put those on there. Underneath this eye. And again down the side where her bangs are going to be casting a shadow on her face. And then because I want my light source on this side, I'm going to shadow the inside of each of these little cute hair bangs she's got going. And then I'm going to get her nose. And then I'm going to give her nose a little definition. So I'm just going to go like that with my pen and give her a little shadow right there that her nose is going to be casting. And then I'm going to fill it in with E20. I didn't do anything fancy on these because it's just supposed to be to show me the hair colors, just a quick reference thing. And so I just quickly colored these girls all in. And just feather it right along, going right over my 21 because I want to soften that color up, not have such a harsh line. And then I gave her some cheek color with R20. I also used R20 to color in this little spot she has on the inside of her eye and her lips. And then I used R30 to soften it, and I did the inside of her mouth, so I just gave that a quick swipe. And I softened the edges of her cheeks. And then I went over her whole face with E000. I also colored her eyes, and it just depends on what color I was going with as to what I colored her eyes. Some are green, some are purple, some are blue, some are brown. This one happens to be BO2. I'm just going to color each side of her little pupil. She's got a cute little white spot there that Krista put on there for us. I'm not going to color that. And then I'm going to go over with BO4 and add a little bit of shadow in there. And then I soften my edge just a little bit with my BO2 again. Okay, so just a quick job like that to get it started. And you know, if I accidentally colored, like on her, I colored her hair right here, I would take my colorless blender and erase that. Or if I got a little bit in her eye, I'd go ahead and fix that too. But we're just going to quickly go over to our hair. And for that, this time we're going to use E50, 53, 55, and 57. And if you look at my other sheet here where I have my girl colored, this is our girl we're coloring, I wrote them down on the sheet that you can see on the blog in order. So it goes E50, 53, 55, 57, and then I'm going to go backwards with 55, 53, 50. I'm going to make the highlights with the 57 at the end. Okay, so let's color her real quick. So I started with E50, which is my lightest, and I'm going to lay down my base coat. And her bangs on this side kind of fall down here, and then it stops, and this is her back hair. So I colored the bottoms of the bangs, but I didn't color clear up on this side so that that can be lighter. Okay, and then I went to E53, and I'm going to color E53 almost to the bottom where I drew the last color. So E50, the E50, I'm going to go almost, it stops right here with the E50, so I'm going to go pretty close down to the bottom of that. I'm going to go up from the bottom. Make sure to do this side. Remember, she's got this little piece of bang right here, so I'm going to give that a little highlight. And then I'm going to add E55. So again, I'm not going to go quite to the bottom of the last color I laid down. So E53 stops right here, and so I want to stop just short of that. Okay, and then we're going to add E57. And again, you want to fall short of the last color you laid down. Okay, remember we're going to go backwards from our color sheet. So now we're going to add E55. And I'm just going to brush right where on the ends where I brushed the E57. And now I'm going to go past E57, brush right over that, brush right over E55, and I'm going to go down to where E53 stopped. Now we're going to add E53. And again, we're going to go brush on the end of our E55, and we're going to brush down past E51, no, E50. So we're going to be going right into our white space. And I'm just blending that line. And then we're going to finish it up with E50. I tend to brush all the way down from the top and the bottom when I'm doing the last color. Same with this side. Brush all the way. And so she's got that nice highlight right there. Okay, and then I'm going to go back and add some feather strokes in with E57 just to give her hair a little bit of definition. So I'm just going to take and hold my pen straight up, and I'm just going to start at the crown of her head, and I'm going to flick my pen and add some small little lines of hair in there, even on the bang here in the front. I'm going to do the same thing from the bottom up. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom of her hair, and I'm just going to give the pen a little flick and just add some lines of small hairs in there. And my lines are going up into my light colored area. Get this side. And don't forget that she had this little bang over here, so you want to do that same thing on her little bit of bang that was hanging out. And you can add as much or as little as you would like. It's totally up to you. But that just gives her a little bit of definition. It's really cute. So you can see a bunch of these I've made up over on the blog, and I keep adding more every couple of days. I'll add a new color sheet on there. Okay, have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.